Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 2, shlok number 41. Om Agyan Timirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Suayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णवों की जय। श्लोक नंबर 41। व्यवसात्मिक बुद्धि एकः कुरु नंदन, बहुशाखा हि ह्यान्ताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनाम्। व्यवसात्मिक बुद्धि एकः कुरु नंदन, बहुशाखा हि ह्यान्ताश्च बुद्धयो अव्यवसायिनाम्। इस श्लोक में श्री कृष्ण अर्जुन को कुरुनंदन कहकर संबोधित कर रहे हैं। कुरुनंदन अर्थात कुरुओं के प्रिय पुत्र। वे कह रहे हैं कि हे कुरुनंदन, जब कोई व्यक्ति मुझ पर पूर्ण श्रद्धा रखते हुए सभी कार्यों को करता है तो ऐसा व्यक्ति व्यवसायत्मिक या कृष्ण भावना में स्थिर व्यक्ति कहलाता है, और ऐसा व्यक्ति अपना लक्ष्य निश्चित रूप से प्राप्त करता है। और इसकी अपेक्षा जो व्यक्ति मेरी प्रसन्नता के लिए कार्य नहीं करता, उसका मस्तिष्क सदा अस्थिर रहता है, जिसके फलस्वरूप उसे जीवन का मुख्य लक्ष्य जो कि कृष्ण प्राप्ति है वह हो नहीं पाता। इस श्लोक में व्यवसायत्मिक और अव्यवसायिनाम ये दोनों शब्द बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। व्यवसायत्मिक का अर्थ है कृष्ण भावना में स्थिर, और अव्यवसायिनाम का अर्थ है जो कृष्ण भावनामृत में स्थिर नहीं है और वह दूसरे देवी देवताओं की पूजा करता है, अर्थात उसकी बुद्धि बहुशाखा में बटी हुई है। पिछले श्लोक में हमने ये देखा कि कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को बिल्कुल स्पष्ट कहा, नेह भिक्रम नाशो अस्ति प्रत्यव्यायो न विद्यते सुअल्पम अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भया। श्री कृष्ण ने अर्जुन से बिल्कुल स्पष्ट रूप से कहा कि यदि कोई व्यक्ति बहुत थोड़ा भी मेरी भक्ति करता है तो उसकी भक्ति का कभी नाश नहीं होगा, बल्कि उसके अगले जीवन में वह वही भक्ति प्रारंभ करेगा जहां से उसने पिछले जीवन में भक्ति छोड़ी थी। और भगवान ने ये भी कहा, कौन्तेय प्रतिजाने न में भक्त प्रणश्यति, अर्थात कृष्ण बिल्कुल स्पष्ट रूप से कह रहे हैं कि मेरे भक्त का कभी नाश नहीं होगा। उन्होंने ये नहीं कहा न ज्ञानी प्रणश्यति न कर्मी प्रणश्यति। प्रणश्यति का अर्थ होता है नाश। तो ये बिल्कुल स्पष्ट है कि ज्ञान और कर्म एक सीमा के बाद नष्ट हो जाते हैं, लेकिन कृष्ण भक्ति का कभी नाश नहीं होगा। कृष्ण, आफ्टर एक्सप्लेनिंग द सांख्य योग, कर्म योग to Arjun, is now explaining the bhakti yoga or the buddhi yoga. Buddhi yoga is the path of intelligence. Krishna tells Arjun to be resolute on the path of bhakti or devotion. Resolute means firm determination. And through Arjun, Krishna is giving this lesson to each one of us to be completely focused and dedicated to please only Shri Krishna in our life. And this should be the sole aim in this human birth, which is got after 84 lakhs of births and deaths. Srila Prabhupada says that a strong faith in Krishna consciousness is the highest achievement in life, and this is truly known as Vyavasatmika Buddhi or intelligence. But if we don't have strong faith in Sri Krishna and worship the other demigods and goddesses for quick results and wish fulfillments, then it is Bahushakha Hiya Anantascha, which means that the mind is scattered like the branches of a tree. In our society, we see that girls worship Lord Shiva so that they can get good husband. Boys worship Goddess Parvati to get a beautiful wife. Similarly, for wealth, money, name and fame, people worship Goddess Lakshmi. For intelligence and all the other forms of art, people worship Goddess Saraswati. Then people worship Lord Ganesha to remove all kinds of difficulties because he is known as Vigna Vinasha. So this kind of life is Bahushakha Hi Anantascha Buddhaya Avyavyayina. Such a person keeps changing his belief and prays to the different demigods and demigoddesses for his immediate relief or wish fulfillment. Srila Prabhupada says that only very few intelligent people know that Sri Krishna is the root cause of all the causes. So if we do all our work only to please Sri Krishna, then all the demigods and demigoddesses automatically become happy. Srila Prabhupada explains this with a very beautiful analogy of a plant. The root of the plant is Sri Krishna, and the branches, leaves and stems are like different demigods and demigoddesses. So if we simply water the roots, then the necessary water and minerals automatically reaches to the other parts of the plants. We need not water every branch and leaf separately. This is known as Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. And this intelligence is awakened in us by a bona fide guru or a spiritual master. A bona fide guru means one who comes in the disciplic order of Guru Parampara and not emerging from nowhere. We are blessed to have Srila Prabhupada with us, who is a bona fide spiritual master, and he comes in the lineage of the Gurus from Narad Muni, who is the son of Brahmaji. Srila Prabhupada says that the service or seva in Krishna consciousness can be best practiced under the able guidance of a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Sri Krishna, who knows the nature of the student and can guide him to act according to his nature in the service of Krishna consciousness. Each one of us are a combination of three modes of nature, which is known as the mode of goodness, that is Sattvic mode, then the mode of passion, that is Rajogun, and lastly the mode of ignorance, that is Tamogun. Only a bona fide guru can identify our true nature and give us the appropriate path to pursue Krishna Bhakti. It's the same as a recognized doctor from Indian Medical Association, popularly known as IMA, diagnoses the disease and gives the proper treatment to the patient. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is stated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is himself the incarnation or avatar of Sri Krishna in Kali Yuga. He says, Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kahe Sudrid Nishchay Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarvakrit Hoy. It is clearly said by Mahaprabhu that if a person has strong faith in Sri Krishna, then Krishna consciousness means that a person knows that Sri Krishna is the root cause of all the causes, and this knowledge can be developed only under the able guidance of a bona fide guru like Srila Prabhupada. Then such a person is elevated to the highest perfection of life, which is called Vyavasatmik intelligence. Faith means unshakable trust in Sri Krishna, like Devaki and Vasudev's trust in Sri Krishna, like Draupadi's trust in Sri Krishna, that Avashya Rakshibe Krishna, that Krishna will definitely protect me. When a person works with such a strong faith in Sri Krishna and does all the work to please only Sri Krishna, then no other obligations or duties in this material world, such as the duties towards the family, society, is applicable for such a person. It means that if a person practices the devotional path, that if he is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, reads Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and does the preaching work of Sri Krishna, or makes Bhog Prasadam for Sri Krishna, or does the deity worship of the Lord very nicely, then for such a person the material life duties are not compulsory, because he is engaged full time in Krishna Bhakti. This rule is only for the devotees and the bhakts who are 24/7 engaged in the services of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna says in chapter number 18, shlok number 66, Sarva dharman parityajye mam ekam sharanam vraj, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami mashacha. It means that Sri Krishna is saying to leave all kind of dharma or duty towards the material world and to surrender to him, and he will make free from all kinds of sin or pap for not doing the material duties. It's the same as when some head of the institution sends his employee for some work, then the employee is not punished for not doing the allotted duties in the institution, because the head of the institution has employed him for some other work. Srila Prabhupada explains that till the time we are in the bodily concept of life, which is known as Dehatma Buddhi, we must carry out all our social responsibilities towards the family and society. But the moment we become aware that I am spirit soul, I am Atma and not the physical body, and I am a part and parcel of Sri Krishna, because Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mamev Ansh Jeev Lok, which means that all the creatures are a part and parcel of me, that is Sri Krishna. When a person has this knowledge, then he is free from the chains of Maya, which is the external energy of Sri Krishna. Shri Krishna is Shaktiman and Maya is his Shakti. And once a person is fully aware of his true identity, then such a person is freed from all kinds of fears in the material world. Or we can say, Maya does not have any effect on such a person. And this knowledge is possible only under the able guidance of a bona fide guru like Srila Prabhupada. Now let us try to understand what is Vyavasatmik Buddhi or Nishchayatmik Buddhi according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who is a very senior Acharya. He says that intelligence has to be used in acquiring knowledge, for doing karma and in bhakti also. But the intelligence which is used in bhakti or devotion, that intelligence is the best or the topmost use of intelligence. When a person does karma for the material benefits or gains, he can be never truly happy because desires for accumulating worldly things are endless. So the person is never at peace. If he gets one thing, then he is again running after the other thing. Similarly, when intelligence is used to gain knowledge, it may give birth to pride of knowledge, which is completely unfavorable for the devotional practice. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that when a person is totally surrendered to his guru's orders and does everything only to please his guru, like listening to Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and worships the lotus feet of Guru, such a person is known to have Vyavasatmik or Nishchayatmik Buddhi, because he is fully determined to carry out the instructions of his Guru word by word and does not get affected by any amount of difficulties that may arise while carrying out the orders of the spiritual master or guru. Such a person doesn't even fear of losing family, wealth, relations, or even going to hell. And such a person does not even care for the orders given by Brahmaji also. If Brahmaji tells such a person to do little karma, this person never does, who is totally surrendered to his guru and practices only the orders given by his guru. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that this kind of a person with firm determination, that is Nishchayatmik Buddhi, is truly Vyavasayatmik, or we can say is truly intelligent. This type of intelligence is only possible in devotion or bhakti, where the mind is completely single-minded, which means no other desire other than to carry out the instructions of the spiritual master. On the contrary, the intelligence which is used in Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga is Bahushakha, which means that the intelligence is used in different directions. When a person does some karma, he has the fruit or result of that karma in his mind. And different kinds of karma gives different kinds of fruit or result. So the mind is always scattered in collecting the material rewards, and it is not resolute or firm on one thing, because the desire to accumulate the material wealth is endless. So definitely the mind is also scattered in endless directions. So now all of us have clearly understood what is Vyavasayatmik, which means single-minded effort in devotional practice, and Bahushakha means intelligence, which is used in various directions for the fructive results. Since material attractions are endless, that is Anant, so the intelligence is also used in the endless directions, and such use of intelligence is not the best use, because it never gives permanent happiness. The material joys, they don't have the power to give us permanent happiness or contentment, which is got by using intelligence only in bhakti marg or devotion as guided by the spiritual master. So in this shlok, we have properly understood the meaning of Vyavasayatmik Buddhi, which means strong faith in Sri Krishna Bhakti, and Avyavasayinam means not having faith in Krishna Bhakti, and Bahushakha hi Anantascha means buddhi or intelligence which is scattered into various directions, like trying to please different demigods and goddesses for acquiring material things. Bahushakha word clearly says many branches, and Ekaha means only Sri Krishna. In chapter number 11, Sri Krishna has shown his universal form or Virat Swarup to Arjun at his request, in which we have seen all the demigods and goddesses in Sri Krishna. So we need not get attracted by the flowery language of the Vedas, where the worship of different demigods is prescribed, but must listen to Sri Krishna and surrender to him and continue doing all our prescribed duties only to please Sri Krishna. In the Vedas also it is stated, Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, which means that we should move from asat to sat. Asat means temporary and sat means permanent. Everything in this world is temporary, and only Sri Krishna